A little bit about the music in 10 years. How do you envision the music? You're thinking out of the box, revolutionary in a sense. Where do you see your music, or per se, the West Indian music, the chutney, the soca, the mix, where do you see it 10 years from now?
I see it doing amazing things because there's so many younger people now taking it on, and that have a whole different mindset. I mean, we're over here, we've migrated over here to New York, New Jersey, California, wherever, but with technology nowadays and MySpace and music, what it's becoming, I can't even tell you in 10 years, but I do have a vision that even 5 years from now it will be revolutionized what music is.
What do you think needs to happen in our community, the community that you serve? What do you think that needs to happen to get us there? In a sense of coming together, embracing the culture a little bit more. Do you think we are doing enough, or do you think we need to expand as a community, as a whole, to take that to the next level?
Well, I think as far as us just being human beings, that we can always do more. We can always push ourselves even more. And what I would like to see personally happen is more of the community coming together. There be more inclusion instead of exclusion, where we're not excluding people out, more of us working together. I mean, it saddens me when I see some artists, and there are very few that I've met, but where they have more of a dog-eat-dog mentality, where it has to be, someone else has to get pushed down for them to get pulled up. I think we all can work together, we all can be win-win, and I'm not just saying that, but I'm saying that because that's what I've seen from the artists, from many artists that are successful. They have that bigger mentality where it's helping everyone else and help other people go along, and that's what I'd like to see more of, more artists working together, even if it's a different genre of music. Hey, the first thing that comes to my mind when I hear a talented person is not, oh, I'm better than them or I have to get better than them. It's, man, let's work together, because then we can create so much more.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the guys that plays with you. Rick Ramlihal, Terry Raj, you know, a couple of the guys. Talk a little bit about them. How do you see them in the sense of coming together with you? Something bigger than what you are, you know, as a team. Where are you going from there? Like, where can you take your music?
They have actually both been a blessing in my life, just to have their influence and pick their brain. And I do it every time I can. If I can get a picture with them and then just pick their brain, I do it at every instance. I'm mentally taking notes every time I speak with them. I'll call them on the phone and learn a lot. But the impressive thing is, even though we think of these guys, even me, a couple months ago, wow, mega superstars, we can't speak to them, and this and that, they're very, very down-to-earth people, very approachable, and they're willing to help anyone that wants their help. That's what I found personally. And I think because of that, it's helped me a lot, and I can be that instrument to lead others too.
Any plans to do a joint venture with any of them?
Oh yeah, you bet. Rick Ramlihal and myself are coming out with the soca song, Wind Up On Me.
When?
You'll definitely hear that. It'll be released on stage July 26th, next month at Jersey City Carnival. And then we'll probably take it to Caravana and all across the world.
You guys are going to be there, we're going to be there.
Absolutely.
We'll
Like and Joker, we'll be there.
There you go. Now, you know, I will say this. When we started this project and we approached you, that was one of the first nights we came out, and Rick, I will say this much to what you just said. We were well received by the community. Rick, Terry, you, and a few other people out there, you know, that we've approached. They received us well, and that was one of the things that helped us along the way to get this project off the ground. So when you say something like that, I understand, because when we started, we didn't know how we were going to be received, and then you guys welcomed us with open arms.
Yes.
And that enabled us to go forward, and at the same time, it enabled us to be able to help, you know, in any way that we can, to get the voice, get the music out, you know, be able to give a home, in a sense, to, you know, everything that you do, that Rick does, that Terry does, and all the other, you know, guys who serve the community.
Absolutely.
You know, but when you think of it, when I see it 10 years from now, where I see the music, I see it in all corners of the globe. You know, there's so many cultures out there that when they hear your music, or per se any one of the, you know, these West Indian artists, you know, they may like it or they may hate it. But the thing is, you know, I would like to see this music go into places, into regions of the art where, you know, where prior to technology being so advanced, you know, it would have never been possible, you know. So based on something like that, you know, how do you see that the musical group that you guys have there? Do you guys see yourself taking your music into other countries per se, and giving concerts in the sense of opening other cultures to what we have to offer our West Indian community?
How'd he do that? You just read my mind.
Yeah. You know?
That's actually why we came out with the second song, Wane Pan Miguel, to be more of, because the Chutney Luta Laho, it was basically for a selective audience, which is chutney lovers or West Indians. But the smooth soca, I can see more cultures, more people, more diversity in that song where everyone can love it all across the whole world, all across the region. And that was what the goal of the song was, so that it can relate to more people. And it was great. This is just the second track, but I can't wait till I do a third, fourth, and fifth. And that song, the soca song Wane Pan Miguel, was from a brainchild creativity of Nod Briggs out in Orlando, Florida. And now myself and Rick Ramdahar will be performing it and singing it. And I'm just happy to really bring that out there to the people, because what I want to really be is the voice of the people. Whatever it is that you want to hear, that's what I want to do.